What's up guys, I'm Jake Palat. I've had a Z3 here on my home lake for a little bit now, and after spending some time on it and getting familiar, here are a few of the things that really stand out to me that you might not see in the brochure. I spend a lot of time driving the boat when I'm out on the water with friends, and one of the things that I love about this boat is the visibility from the driver's seat. So for starters, the screen is tucked off in the corner here, so it's not taking up all of your dash space and sitting up above, blocking your view forward. Second, this windshield has a cutout right here that makes it really easy to talk to people as you're coming around and picking riders up, so you don't have to try to look over the windshield just to interact with the person in the water. And finally, there's very little bow rise in this boat, so I love that I can sit comfortably without a bolster seat and without having to stand up to look over the windshield as we're running down the lake. I can just park here comfortably in the driver's seat with no worries. So also extremely important, you can't have a wake boat without the performance of what's going on behind it. And this Z3 is really simple to set up and adjustable within each metric. So right now I'm on the surf profile, and it really is just as simple as adjusting on your graph right here how steep or how mellow you want your surf wave. That's going to also adjust your speed and taps accordingly so that you have the best wave setup for the wave shape that you're looking at. And it's intuitive because you're just looking at a wave on a graph. You want it steep, make the wave steeper. You want it mellow, make it mellower. When you go to wakeboard settings, it's just as simple. So beginner, intermediate, and advanced each have their own ballast presets and speed presets so that dialing in the wake for the skill level of the rider behind the boat. And the stock settings are really pretty solid. When I set it up for myself to wakeboard, the only thing that I do is I ride a little slower than the stock setting. But as you might have seen in my first set on the Z3 video, the wake is incredible on this thing. Additionally, we all know storage is a huge deal in boats like this. So for starters, we've got a surf locker back here. I've got my wakeboard in there, but you can easily store a handful of surfboards with no worries so that you're not carrying your wet gear into the boat. Speaking of wet gear, we've got a great spot for life vest and rope storage. So when people are done riding or starting riding, they're not bringing their wet vest in, soaking everybody and having people move up, stand from seats. Everything's stored back here for the activities. If you have more gear than that though, it's no worries. We've got a foil, 3 surfboards up there in those board bags on top of the tower. You might notice this Z3 doesn't even have board racks, but I've got enough storage. I have 5 boards on here right now, but you can easily store 8 boards without even touching board racks. Pretty sick. Moving into the boat, there's also no shortage of under seat storage. So I'll lift this seat up here. We've got a full-size trash can and a crazy deep storage compartment. And that carries through the whole boat. Under this seat, under that seat, we've got really, really great depth of storage. We all know people bring bags, coolers, towels, life vests, all that stuff into the boat, and you acquire a bunch of stuff as a boater. So having ample in-boat storage is a huge feature on this Z3. Let's move up to the last spot. All right, so moving up to the bow here, we've got one more really great spot, and that's anchor storage right here. Our anchor is out holding us in place right now, but it's a perfect little spot. Even if it's a Coast Guard kit, whatever you need, I put an anchor there. Another great little storage spot. Keeps everything where it needs to be without people getting up from seats in the boat. Up next, I'm somebody who loves an over tower cover for my boat. Keeping everything dry and clean is huge, especially in Florida, and this tower makes it really easy to put up and down, throw that over the tower cover on. So I'm gonna show you how that works. Pull a pin, there's one of these on each side, and then it's gas assisted. So all I do is I drop the tower, and as it drops, I can hold the bimini level all the way down. And it's just that easy. This tower goes down that quick and effortlessly every time. I'm a huge fan. This tower's sick. So last but not least, on my short list of things that have really stood out in getting familiar with the Z3 is the rough water ride. This boat is massive compared to the previous Z3. not only stands tall, but it's just really stout. So running over rollers, it just pushes right through everything. There's no chatter and no splash, partially as a result of the hull design, directing water away from the boat so that you're not getting any splash over, getting people wet in the boat. And the sheer height of the boat off the water plays a big role in the dry ride. I'm going through rollers all day wakeboarding, and this thing just feels strong. So those are my 5 quick standouts after getting to really spend some time digging through this Z3 on my home lake. And overall, I'm extremely impressed. There are so many more features and things that this boat does well, so stay tuned for a full walkthrough coming soon. Thanks for watching.